All right.
What is up, guys? Teddy Cornwell here. I'm joined by my guy, Mailman Phil. Ladies and gentlemen,
Yes,
welcome to
sir.
the Underdog Talk, the world's most underrated podcast. And there's just something about the underdog, but you see him, Joker in the background, absolute beast. Hailing from Windsor, Ontario. Today's guest is a standout at Bakersfield, and I got to throw in the Boise State. This gentleman had a total of 194 tackles in the NFL with 25 sacks. And, I cannot forget the 3 forced fumbles and 3 fumble recoveries. Those are, if we're in fantasy, those are killer stats right there, big fella.
Mhm.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud and honored to present the former captain for the Dallas Cowboys, the one and only Tyrone Crawford. What is up, man? How you and the family doing?
Good, man. Thank you for the intro. That was crazy. I appreciate it. Big love, though. Big love, man. Me and the family are good, man. We just got, our new baby. She's 4 months old. We got a new puppy, 3 months old. So it's a little bit of a mayhem over here, but it's lovely. It's lovely mayhem. We're just handling it day by day.
A day by day is all you can do. Now, before we even kind of dive into this podcast, I have to ask, have you ever played as any other team besides the Cowboys in Madden? And now, do you only play Madden 2012 to 2020, the years you were in the NFL?
Yeah. So no, I kind of fall into a lot of random team situations. So I wish I could play with the Cowboys every time because I know, I play with them online every time, so I know how to play with them well. But when I'm playing a teammate or my brother or something, we have to go randoms, and you guys know how that goes. 3 clicks, you get one. If you don't like those 3 teams, you get one extra. You get one extra shot at getting a team, and that's just kind of how we've been doing it, man. We just jump around and try and do the best with what we got. And recently, Madden's gotten to a point where it's like you got to play exactly how that quarterback plays, how that team plays, how that defensive plays. So it's getting pretty cool. It's just, for me, I'm just an old school gamer, man. I just like to pick up the sticks and, be able to beat somebody. And that's how it used to be. It's just not like that anymore.
It's not like that anymore. And the Madden rules, 3 teams, 1 redo, and you know how it is. But I want to take it way back. So, funny enough, you were recruited by both Boise State and the Spartans, Michigan State. But, obviously the academic curriculum in Canada didn't meet the NCAA requirements. So you ended up rocking and rolling at Bakersfield College. Now, would you mind talking about this? And what was it essentially like not being able to play in Division I football from the start?
Yeah, I would say for a lot of people that might be an embarrassment point, like an embarrassing point. But for me, it was kind of like I was prepared. I was lucky enough to know that I started. I always had the dream of going to play NCAA ball, no matter what it was, basketball or football, or throw track and field. And then so I kind of looked into that when I was young. The internet was good enough at that point that you could find out what you need to do to get to those points. And I knew early that I wasn't going to be able to clear the clearinghouse, and junior college was probably going to be my best route. But yeah, Bakersfield College was a blessing. The city was a blessing. The people I met there was a blessing. I met my wife there. So yeah, that's enough said right there alone.
Yeah.
But yeah, we definitely had a blast at Bakersfield, and it's a big step in my life. It's a big moment in my life, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
And meeting your wife, that's gotta be just worth it in its own. And obviously things happen for a reason. Now, Phil, you got to ask that $1 million question you had.
Which one? Because it's a couple of them that I want to go at you, right? So Tyrone, he has me on here because I'm his mailman, and you see how I'm dressed, right?
I see it.
I'm the Cowboys fan, the ultimate Cowboys fan. So you just mentioned something about Madden, right?
Yeah.
So being that I know about the Cowboys, I remember you had a complaint about Madden 19.
Yeah.
You want to talk about it?
Man, Madden, it's hard to get it all right. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, I don't want to use the wrong words, but they put me on there Humpty Dumpty-ish, you know? So I looked kind of bigger than what I look, you know, on the regular profile pictures. So, you know, we decided to tweet out and see what Madden was on, see what Madden was thinking, if they can get me, you know, trimmed down a little bit, man. I worked hard for my body fat percentage, you know what I mean? So I kind of wanted it to equate. But yeah, that was a funny deal, man. Funny you brought that up.
That was hilarious. And I told him I was going to ask you about that because that was funny right there, man.
Yeah, man. I had fun with that. You know, it's pretty dope to be able to even just tweet out to Madden and them have them respond. You know, I mean, you know, growing up, never would I thought, you know, when I was playing Madden, never would I thought that I can actually tweet out and get some kind of response from Madden and be in the game.
Be in the game. Yeah. And I don't know if you saw Phil. Phil, did you throw up the W during the introduction?
Hey. Yeah. Look, I was at the game in Landover, right? Where you sacked, I think it was Kirk Cousins.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And I did like this.
Yeah.
I said, I think you better call Tyrone.
That song haunts me. That song haunts me.
Yes. Oh, it haunts you.
That song haunts me, man. But it's good though. She's a legend, so I'm proud to have a song with my name in it from her, definitely. But yeah, man, that's dope, man. Well, shoot, happy you were there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Let
me ask you something. Do you guys realize? You guys might not realize that we imitate whatever little sack dance or celebration you guys have. We do it either whether we're at home or in the stands. We do it too. Yeah, so we're looking forward to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, that's why, like, you know, a lot of times when I got older, you know, towards the end of my career, you know, I didn't do much because I was just focusing on getting up and getting to the next play.
Okay.
My body would go through a little bit of pain. So, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I didn't get no celebrations when I got a sack when I was older. But yeah, man, when I was young, it was fun, man. Get up and throw up the dub, man. Represent the state. It was live, man. It's definitely dope to look back on and see you do it on here, and you know, yeah, I mean, man,
that's right.
Hey, he is an OG on that. You know, you should be tweeting at Madden to add that celebration to the game. That's what you should be doing, sir. Now, you know, on a more serious note, obviously, it paid off. It paid off in college, and you know, you got to the combine at the 2012 NFL Scouting Combine in February. You were diagnosed with, you know, a heart murmur. Now, was this something where you thought that, you know, you might not play in the NFL, or is this another adversity you looked in the eyes and you overcame?
Yeah, honestly, man, when it popped up and they told me about it, I was a little confused because, you know, I was never told a murmur before, but I did have some issues in my chest when I was in high school, and fortunately, those kind of subsided, and then, you know, going into the NFL, when they told me that, I was a little worried. I was a little worried that it could hurt, you know, if like where I get drafted. But also, I mean, I was worried, you know, for my health. I needed to know that it was just something, you know, something that I could play with. Because for a moment there, you know, I called my mom, and we really highly considered just, you know, taking me out of sport and just figuring out the next step, the next way to do it. And that wasn't the only time, you know. In junior college, I had an incident where I got stabbed. At that moment, I thought about it too. I thought about that other route. And then, you know, I think God just had a plan for me, just to keep me rolling in this world, and, you know, bring me through what he's brought me through and to this point today. And, you know, we're just growing stronger and stronger together.
And God does have a plan. As clearly you rocked out. You were meant to play in the NFL, as you were selected by the Dallas Cowboys in the third round, 81st pick. I mean, 81's a special number. First, you know, what was it like being drafted in the NFL after battling that adversity at, you know, getting into the junior college, then with the heart murmurs, and then, you know, what was What was the Cowboy? What was it like being a Dallas Cowboy?
Well, man, you already know. It's the number one franchise in the world, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a blessing. I mean, first of all, I mean, just for anybody around the league, they want to be a Cowboy. They may not say it when they're on the team that they're on, but if they had the chance, they'd be a Cowboy like that. For me, I got to be there, first of all, my whole career. Secondly, at some of the greatest times with some of the greatest teammates, I could ask for. I got brought in with a D-line room that was like no other. Some of the best vets, some of the best big brothers that I still call big brothers this day. And then just the status that the star brings, everybody knows it's not only, or it's not even Tyrone Crawford. It's first everybody's like, oh, Dallas Cowboys, and then it's like, okay, you were Tyrone Crawford from the Dallas Cowboys. So it came with a lot of status, a lot of responsibility. Sometimes I almost messed up that responsibility, and that happens. That happens with different people, but fortunately, was able to hold strong and finish my career up strong under the Cowboys and under the Jones family. And man, we had a good time. We definitely had a good time, and I'm super thankful. And obviously, just definitely thankful to the Jones family and the Cowboys organization for how it went.
Now, Phil, bring this up, what you're talking about, the field colors, because I found that fascinating.
So I had a question about Boise State.
Yeah.
I don't know if you probably already know this, but they always complain about the field being blue when you guys wear the blue jerseys, that you guys blend in with the field. Did you ever feel like that was an unfair advantage?
Well, I personally never felt like it was unfair.
Of course you.
Yeah. No, but I think at a moment they banned it when I was there. Yeah, I think they banned it when I was there because, there was even moments when, I don't know if you guys remember Titus Young.
Yes.
But on a kick return, the ball would be kicked to one side of the field. Say it was on the left side of the field. On the right side of the field, Titus Young would be laying down, full blue pants, blue helmet, and blue jersey, laying down and trying to blend in as much as he can to the field. And then our returner would run up the field, turn around. Everyone forgot about Titus laying there in the blue, and they would toss it back to Titus and get it off down the sideline. Yeah, so it was interesting. Definitely, I could see it being an unfair advantage. But like when you're on the turf, it's not like you're seeing blue everywhere. I mean, it's still like a regular football game. You don't really pay too much attention to the turf. Besides, the man that you're going up against. At least me, I always try to take out that dude, and I wasn't worried about what the color of the turf was.
There you go. You go.
Now, obviously you went to Boise State, but it's interesting how many other Cowboys players went to Boise State. Mm-hmm. I mean, were you the guy who they all just followed in a sense?
I can't give it to me. As you guys know, Orlando Scandrick, I think he started it all off from the Boise State roll call. I think he started it all off. I mean, yeah, he was there. I remember watching film on Orlando when he was with the Cowboys, and I was like, man, like what an organization. They're out at that time when we were watching film. I think they were out in San Antonio for training camp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they had like a dope facility, and it was just cool to see a Bronco with the best organization, the most prestigious organization that there is in football and in sports. And so him, and then me, and then the train really started rolling. At that moment, we got DeMarcus, DT, Kellen Moore, Leighton Vander Esch. Man, we had a bunch of people come.
Don't forget Cedric Wilson, baby.
Cedric Wilson. Oh man, I'm forgetting more. We had a couple of linemen come. Man, we filled that place up at a moment. There was at one point I remember looking back and seeing Leighton behind me, DeMarcus beside me, DT in the backfield. I'm like, okay, we almost got five Broncos on the field right now, starting defense.
Love it.
That alone is just exciting. Now, you were really a captain in the NFL, a leader. You've kind of seen it all in the NFL. So, what is your biggest tip for someone who is looking to, get into the NFL like you once were, sir?
Well, I mean, like, I guess as far as when you're hearing this, start the grind, don't wait to think like, oh, I got to get to high school to try and become better, at this game, or try and improve your body. I'm working with a couple young guys right now, and I tell them like it's about I always live by this, but it's about extra work. It's about like the work that you do more than the next man. So in school I had to do this. In football, I had to do this. Basketball, anything that I ever did, I always felt like I was being outworked. Like I would wake up and be like, "Oh man, somebody just woke up an hour ago and did more work than me." So I would stay up 2 hours later, to get that work in. So, I mean, just I would say, obviously, you have to follow the plan. If there's a plan, and usually the plan is, if you're in school, you got to pass. You got to you got to do good in school to continue to play football. So you gotta take care of that part, and then you really got to take care of your football part. And I mean, that's like practicing your craft. If you need to do a half an hour more of defensive line moves against the goalposts after practice, if you need to do a half an hour of a jump program, if you need to do a half an hour of just push-ups, after your workout, just to get that edge, just to get that extra work in, to do something more than the next man. I think that's important for a lot of guys.
Damn right. And as some rappers said, stick to the plan. I don't know who, but it's almost like that underdog mentality. There is something about the underdog, and they truly are the hungriest. And it's ironic, as you were an underdog kind of going through your career until you became that captain, that leader, and embrace it. And now I got to ask, you have any good prospects right now you're training?
I was still an underdog. I'm still an underdog to this day. So shout out Underdog, man. Shout out Underdog, man. I appreciate you having me on. That's why I took it in, That's why I took it in. That's why I noticed right away that when you hit me up, I was like, yeah, I gotta get on this one.
I mean, that's how we reeled them in. Now I'm playing. I think the underdog.
That was the worm. That was the worm.
And now do you have any good young prospects that you're training right now? I'm actually, anyone that's going to go to the NFL under you? You're going to be a
coach? Go to the NFL?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm focusing a lot of time with guys in the NFL right now. I'm not even going to mention their names just because they're here in the city. Okay. We got one that's going to be a surprise to everybody, but he's moving over. He was once an offensive lineman. Now he's about to be an interior defensive lineman, and it's going to be pretty crazy to see. So that's something to keep your eye open for.
I know who that is.
You do? You already know, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know if people were talking about it, but he's explosive, really powerful. Mm-hmm. So I mean, if it's out there, it's out there. But he's doing that. And then a couple of the other interior guys. I kind of do a lot of interior work, but and then I work with a lot of guys that aren't on the Cowboys, which is sad for me to say. But I won't even get into that. I won't even get into that. But they're my boys. Let me just say that they're my boys. They've been my boys, and they know it's not even like I don't charge for nothing. I honestly just go out there and just be a body for these guys and help with hands. We move hands. I'm able to still do a crap ton of rep with these guys. So we rep, and we kind of take the, as Osa would call it, the Bruce Lee approach. So we do that. And I mean, I got some young guys in the city here. I don't even want to give them that. I would never tell them that, oh, you're going to go to the NFL one day. But I think, a couple of them have the potential. They just got to keep their head on straight and just got to keep working hard. But, those guys they got to be in the moment, stay in the place that they're in, enjoy it, and have fun beating the man across from them. That's it right now.
Damn right, and they got a good leader in you, sir. I mean, damn, you've seen it all. Now, before we get you out of here, sir, would you be down for some rapid-fire questions? And I'm sure you've never heard some of these questions, big fella.
Bang them out, man. Bang them out. I'm not
all right, let's get into it. Would you rather get a game with 2 sacks or your first interception?
Right now, first interception.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I would guarantee it would be a pick six too. I'm just gonna say that there with your speed, man. Stiff
Yeah.
arm someone, yeah, it's game over.
Put that up there,
There you go.
yeah.
You know, that would be a
I'm in
nice
the end zone like this.
celebration. I like
For the city. For the
Oh
city.
man!
But the
For
reason,
one-
I mean, am I allowed to explain why though?
of course,
I mean, the reason why I picked that, I mean, of course, 2 sacks is amazing. It's a great game, you know what I'm saying? And it could change the game a lot. But I know if a D lineman is getting an interception, the offense is going to have some good field position if I don't score. And if I do score, that's better for the team, right? So we're getting the ball back. The ball is the most important thing on the team. So if we get that, I'll choose that every day.
Hey, you are thinking a team over individual, and that is much respect there. So that is why you're the captain right there. For 1 year, would you rather every shower be cold, and we're talking ice cold out here, TC, or sleep on the hardwood floor for a year?
I'm gonna do ice cold showers. I need the bed. And my wife ain't sleeping on no floor, so I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to do that. The wife will be mad if you pick that one. And there's benefits to a cold shower. I mean, there really is. It apparently wakes the mind up, and there's a million benefits for this. Oh gosh, I don't even know if I want to ask this one. Would you rather clog the toilet at the office, and we're talking about the Dallas Cowboys stadium, or at your wife's house on the first date?
I mean, I've clogged it at the stadium before, so hey man, them pre-games ain't nothing to mess with, man. Let me tell you that.
No, honesty kills. Pre-game, dumps are key. I love it.
Pre-game nerves, man. They hit you all at once.
Pre-game, they do, and then it's gone, and then you're on the field. Now, this one is going to probably be one of the hardest ones. Cowboy navy blue or cowboy white?
I like the icy whites, man. I like the icy whites. The navy blue is dope. You always look thinner and stuff, but like, I mean, whatever. I like the icy whites. I mean, especially on a big, Thursday night or Monday night, what I mean? Just come out with the lights kind of glaring off you, And the dub looks way better that way too, my little.
Yay! Look, you doing it now.
I'm doing it now, honestly. You got me hooked on that. Gosh, I'm a follower. Now, Phil, I want you to ask your question before I hit with the finale question.
Okay. Hey, look, speaking of that white, the white is classic anyway. That's the classic Cowboys. Yeah. So I had one more question for you. 98 TC or number 70 TC?
Man, that's a 98 for sure, man. I remember number 70 was a blink of an eye. And Zach Martin came in and snatched that thing from me anyway.
He sure did. They
said, hey, we got a first rounder in. He wants to take number 70. I said, well, what? You ain't giving me the option, so go and give it to him then, man.
Right. And look, from a fan, you actually look faster as 98. Anyway.
I mean, 70 was poo-poo on me. I should have known. That was the only option. I came in with all these big dog vets, Jay Ratliff, Jason Hatcher, Kenyon Coleman, Marcus Spears. I was like, hey, man, you guys can take all the 90 numbers. They pushed me down to the 70 quick.
So look, actually now you were 40 in college, right?
Yeah, I wore 40. I wore 40 in college, and 40 might be cold. Yeah,
you might have been able to wear that now in the NFL.
Yeah,
because that was before.
Yeah, that could have been cold. That could have been real cold. But
Ooh, from the college to NFL. I mean, if you could have, that would have been a legacy number right there. Now, final one is the biggest one. Box Mike Tyson in his prime, or talk like Mike Tyson for the rest of your life.
I'm gonna have to box him, dog.
I mean, normally the football players, when they say that, it doesn't surprise me because I think they actually have a chance. Everyone else, you're a big fella. I would like to see that. I don't know if I would have money on you, sir, but I mean, it would be a hell of a fight.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't have money on me. No, not at all. I would actually probably if it wasn't against the boxing rules, I'd probably bet against me, my life savings. But no, I'm just kidding. No, I definitely think I'd get in that ring and not get knocked out though. I'll tell you that. Because if Mike Tyson's swinging at me, I'm on pure defensive mode. I don't know how many punches I'm about to throw, but I'm on pure defensive mode. He ain't just gonna knock me out like he did all them other people. No.
Yo,
I got a family. I got little girls.
Think of everything, man.
Yeah,
everything you said today was like so calculated, and it was on the spot.
I try and be fast calculating, man. I tell you that. You have to be right now, man. Everything
That's
going on in this world, you got to kind of calculate quick and make a decision, man.
Yeah. Hey, I got one more question before you let him go.
Bang it up, man.
Who really is the originator of the Hot Boys?
So that's what you're trying to do, eh? You're trying to get me in trouble on here with my boy.
If you don't want to answer it, don't answer it.
Nah, man, I'm gonna tell you the truth, like who I think, but this will be argued. This is gonna be argued until
See, I knew this. I knew it.
Yeah, until we're all done. But I tell you what. So Law will say he is.
Okay.
He ain't though. I'm gonna tell him. I tell him that to his face. He ain't. I think it's Malik. Malik Collins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, they'll argue that one. They'll definitely argue that one. Antoine Woods, I think he has it. But yeah, I think it's Malik.
Okay.
Yeah, Malik Collins, and he also just like he's a music fanatic. He loves music. He loves. He knows the history of it. He knows in depth of the lives and the livelihoods of the Hot Boys and stuff like that. So if you asked him, he would be able to answer any question better than anybody on that D line. So yeah. But I know one thing.
Is that one of those questions where I'll get a different answer from each one of you?
Absolutely.
I figured that.
Except for Malik. Malik is like, yeah, it was me.
It was me.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's funny, man.
Yeah. Well, you heard it here first. I mean, I think everyone's gonna have different opinions on that one, but now, sir, it has been such an honor and privilege. Now 70, 90, I don't know what to address you as. The floor is yours. Where can we find your content? What are you working on right now? The floor is yours, big fella.
Well, man, I appreciate that, first of all. So right now, my hobbies are streaming. Streaming, and like I call it a stream cast. So I do this kind of like stream with a teammate. Tonight I'm actually having Anthony Hitchens on. That's my brother. He's we got 3 girls. I got 3 little girls. We're just always together. But I have him on tonight, and we're pretty much just gonna kind of do this kind of thing while playing Madden.
Okay.
So we do that. I've always liked the film world. You know what I mean? So I take interest in just setting up these kind of things. I'm not very technical, but I'm just trying to learn. I literally just started a couple months ago. And the problem is I have somebody that works on all my tech work. Through the team that I'm with. So that's kind of, it just makes it harder for me to learn because he just knocks out everything. I'm also doing a lot of real estate. Me and my brother are doing a lot of real estate. We have a company, it's called Roots Realty. I'm actually becoming a real estate agent right now. So that is something that I'm becoming an agent, not for trying to sell people homes. I'm literally coming for saving me and my brother money on purchasing and selling. But doing that, we're also doing 19th hole golf simulators. So we kind of go into people's houses, rooms like this. If I was staying in this house much longer, me and my wife just built a new house, but if I was staying in this house much longer, this room would be a golf simulator in 2 months. But yeah, so we go in, we restructure people's rooms, and we pretty much make just the dopest golf simulator environment that you could possibly have. We'll put trees in your house, fake trees, obviously, fake sand bunkers, turf. We'll do the black padding along the wall. We'll make it dark and sleek. We'll put, all your quotes on the wall, whatever you want. We'll get it done. We have all the best contract work. So yeah, we do that. I got the where is it at? 19th hole back there.
Ooh,
wow, right there.
Okay.
I always put it on when I'm streaming. But yeah, so and then that's kind of where I'm capping it at, guys. I just kind of leave it at that and just try and focus on those things, to be honest.
What is it with NFL players doing real estate. I think Jason Babin, when he was on, and Ken Harvey were all talking about real estate. I mean, it's almost like once you're a retired NFL player, just get into real estate. I think it's the master plan. Now, where can we find your Twitch, and what's that handle?
So my Twitch handle is tcone98. So I mean, what is it? Twitch.tv/tcone98. Yeah, man. Everybody come check me out. I just be having fun, and we be talking, having different players on, my brother on, and yeah, man. We always have a glass of wine with us, you know, and we just enjoy the time, man. You know, that's all we can really do is enjoy it, and yeah. So we have fun with it. My wife doesn't let me game too many nights a week, so I get Tuesday, Thursday, and that's it. The rest is for her and our girls, which is completely understandable. Even though on Tuesday, Thursday, I pretty much go once they go to bed anyways. But hey, you know, that's just life. That's life. But yeah, Tico98 on Twitch. Make sure you guys follow me too, man. We'll definitely and pop in the chat if you can. We'll have some fun.
Okay. All right.
Hey, and first person to follow Tyrone on Twitch, you know, the Underdog Talk will be giving one Crawford jersey away, and I'm not going to tell which number that we're giving away. I'm going to let you guys find out on that aspect. You know, that's going to be the surprise. Please go check him out on Twitch. I mean, I'll personally be joining tonight, watch the boys playing some Madden. I mean, what else can it get better? Can it get better?
You know, pop in, see me score a touchdown, pop out. You know what I mean? Say what's up.
I'm in and out. And
hey, Teddy, don't send him a Jack Crawford jersey.
Oh man, that's my brother. That's my brother right there, man. I love that man.
Everybody used to argue me down, saying, "You know, that's his brother, right?" I was like, "No."
They do have a funny video, and I hope you guys can't get your hands on it. But it's called Brothers, and it's me and Jack, and just
you and Jack. Okay.
Yeah, it's all of our bad plays put together, and we kind of look like each other. I don't know if you remember Ben Bloom, Coach Bloom, Ben Bloom.
Yep.
Yeah, Ben Bloom put it together, and it was hilarious. But
that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't do you that dirty, but guys, please go check out this man's Twitch. Handle will be in the bio of this YouTube video. I mean, click it, enjoy some football. I mean, you guys see him one more time. Big number 70, big number 98, the captain, the one and only Tyrone Crawford. Hey, guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. Until next time, guys, Underdog